Abraham had believed God. He had trusted the promise of land, of descendants, of blessing. But years had passed, and after Ishmael was born, 13 more years went by, in silence. Then God appeared again. El Shaddai, God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless, he said, and I will confirm my covenant with you. This wasn't a new covenant. It was a renewal, a re-establishment, a deepening of what had already been promised. And with it came 2 signs, a new name and a new mark. Abram became Abraham, father of many nations. Sarai became Sarah, mother of nations, kings, and covenant heirs. And then came the sign that would mark this covenant in the flesh, circumcision. It may seem strange to us, but in the ancient world this was no small gesture. It was a cutting, a symbol of separation, a mark on the most life-generating part of the body, to remind them that life itself belonged to God. Every male in Abraham's household was to be circumcised, from the son of his own body to every servant and foreigner within his camp. Because this covenant wasn't just for Abraham, it was for a people, a future, a family defined not by race or rank, but by trust and by obedience. This was not a salvation by works, but it was never a salvation without response. Abraham had already been counted righteous by faith, but that righteousness would have meant little if he refused to act when God gave a command. Later, Paul would say that circumcision was a seal of the righteousness Abraham already had by faith. Romans 4. But seals matter, signs matter, and obedience matters. Covenants are not just signed, they are kept. And to break the sign was to break the covenant itself. That's why this command came with a warning. Any uncircumcised male shall be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. Genesis 17. This wasn't ritual for ritual's sake. It was a test of loyalty, a foreshadowing, because one day a greater cutting would be required, not of flesh, but of heart. A circumcision made without hands. And a covenant people would be marked again, not just by belief, but by a baptism that buried the old self and raised the new. Abraham believed, and then he obeyed. That's always how the covenant works.